Hey guys, Ash here from curseforward.com and welcome to my review of the Samsung Galaxy S4. So let's start with what's under the hood. Depending on where you're located, you either get a Snapdragon 600 quad-core processor clocked at 1.9 GHz or the Exynos Octa Core with 4 A7 cores clocked at 1.2 GHz and 4 A15 cores clocked at 1.8 GHz. Note that all 8 cores will not be working at the same time on the Octa Core variant. Instead, the Galaxy S4 will be switching between both sets of quad cores in order to get better power efficiency. Both come with 2 GB of DDR3 RAM. Let's talk a little bit about build and design. The Galaxy S4 is 136.6mm long, 69.8mm wide, and just 7.9mm thick. Despite housing a larger display, the Galaxy S4 has an overall smaller footprint than the Galaxy S3. It also weighs in at just 130 grams. Similar to its predecessor, the Galaxy S4 has a polycarbonate plastic build, but this time around there is a checkered pattern to it. The back is still glossy and as always prone to fingerprints and smudges. So as far as button placements go, to the right we've got the power button, at the bottom the micro USB port and the primary microphone, to the left the volume rockers, and on top we've got the 3.5mm headphone jack, a secondary noise cancelling microphone and an IR blaster. In the front, on top, we've got the notification light, the earpiece flanked by various sensors, the 2-megapixel front-facing camera. A little lower, we've got the gorgeous 5-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display. And lower below, we've got Samsung's traditional button layout with a physical home button at the center, surrounded by the capacitive menu and back keys on either side. The entire front is covered by a layer of Corning's latest iteration of Gorilla Glass 3, that's slimmer and stronger. On the back, you find the 13-megapixel camera, LED flash, Samsung branding, and the speaker grill at the bottom. The back panel is user removable and houses the huge 2600 mAh replaceable battery, micro SIM and micro SD card slots. The Galaxy S4 can support micro SD cards up to 64 gigs. Let's talk a little about the display. The Galaxy S4 has a 5-inch Super AMOLED Full HD display. That's 1920 pixels this way and 1080 pixels this way, giving the Galaxy S4 a pixel density of 441 pixels per inch. At 441 pixels per inch, the fact that this display utilizes the inferior pentile matrix doesn't really matter anymore. AMOLED displays are usually associated with overly saturated colors, and that's true to an extent here. While the display used here is not going to give you the realistic colors that you would find with, say, the Super LCD 3 used on the HTC One or the HTC Butterfly, it's definitely not as saturated as previous iterations, like say the display used in the Galaxy S3, as evident here. Overall, the display looks stunning. It's sharp, vivid, and has amazingly deep blacks. The viewing angles are also great, and the display is quite visible under direct sunlight. If you aren't still satisfied, Samsung even provides you with the option of choosing between various preset screen modes. Moving on to software. Thanks to the beefy processor and 2 gigs of RAM, everything's fast and smooth. Apps open up quick and you can multitask with ease. There's absolutely no lag at most times. As far as gaming's concerned, the Galaxy S4 was able to handle pretty much any game that we threw at it without any frame rate drops. The link to my detailed gaming test video is there in the description. When it comes to the user interface, just like with the built-in design, Samsung haven't strayed too far from the Galaxy S3. In fact, anyone who's used a Samsung TouchWiz device before should feel at home with the Galaxy S4. Turn on the screen and you're greeted by the new lock screen. This also gives you a demonstration of the hover functionality. If you're a fan of shortcuts, don't worry, you can turn that on from the settings as well. Since the Galaxy S4 runs Android 4.2 out of the box, you get access to lock screen widgets as well. So you can just tap and add any widgets you want. There's quite a selection. You can also edit what's written over here. So just pull this down, hit the edit button there, and you can choose the colors, you can choose what's written here. So you can also delete the entire screen by tapping and holding and dragging it to remove. Swiping to the right on the lock screen, you can set it to either launch the camera or your favorite apps. If you're a fan of the Ripple lock screen, that's available as well. The notification bar is now transparent. Pull down the notifications menu and you get your quick toggles. You tap this and you get the whole list of quick toggles. Since this is Android 4.2, the double finger pull down takes you directly to the quick toggles. Press and hold the back button and that gets you your multi-window bar. So you can run two apps simultaneously just like you could with the Galaxy Note 2 and the Galaxy S3. Regular TouchWiz features like the Smart Dial feature where you can just type in numbers corresponding to the letters to pull up the contact, and swiping right on a contact to call or swiping left to message. You can also access the brightness controls right from the notification bar. If the default automatic brightness settings aren't good enough for you, you can fine-tune it a little more by either making the parameters for automatic brightness a little lower or a little higher. The settings menu has also been revamped. We now have 4 tabs where the settings are classified. Keep in mind the Galaxy S4 is the first non-Nexus device to run Android 4.2 Jelly Bean. Here we have the regular connectivity options like a Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, NFC, S-Beam, which is a combination of NFC and Wi-Fi Direct, so that you can to transfer files between various supported Galaxy devices. Keys via Wi-Fi, screen mirroring, and sharing media files via DLNA. That is viewing a photo on your big screen TV and so on. Over here you have the lock screen options wherein you can change the security type, swipe, face and lock, face and voice, pattern, pin, password, and none. You can add multiple widgets on your lock screen, like we saw earlier on. Enable lock screen widgets. Set the lock screen to display shortcuts. The unlock effect between a ripple effect, light effect, and none. Help text is the text on the lock screen, and set a wake up command. Next up, you've got the LED indicator options. You can have the LED to turn on for various stuff like charging, low battery, notifications, or voice recording. Then you've got your home screen mode. So there are 2 modes. One is the standard mode, that is what you've been seeing so far. The easy mode is for those who are just new to Android or who are just using their first smartphone. So it kind of simplifies everything. Let me just show you. You've got the common icons and you can add frequently used apps. Tapping more apps will take you to a list of every app you have. Then you've got the blocking mode. This is similar to the do not disturb mode found on iOS devices, where you can disable incoming calls, notifications, alarms, and timers, and the LED indicator for a set time period. And even at that time, you can still have a whitelist wherein you can allow certain contacts through so that you don't miss your important business or family calls. You also have a safety assistance option now. Safety assistance helps you in an emergency. That is, if you tap and hold the up and down volume buttons simultaneously for 3 seconds, it sends a picture that's taken via your front and rear cameras along with a preset emergency message to your emergency contacts. So again, a decent addition here. Then we have the power saving mode. Well, we've got a 2600 mAh mammoth battery here. If you were ever to run out of juice, you can still turn on the power saving mode and limit the maximum performance of the CPU, use low power settings for the screen, turn off haptic feedback, that is the vibration you get when you hit the on-screen keys or the capacitive keys over here. So let's turn it off for now. Going back, you've got a host of motions and gestures here. So the first one is air gesture. So this is the air gesture sensor over here. So let's take a look at the features one by one. So what this does is when your screen is turned off, you can just put your hand over the screen and it shows you the time and if there are any missed calls or messages in your battery. You can select what information is displayed when you use quick glance. Then you have air jump. So right now, say you're viewing a web page, you can just swipe up without actually touching the screen and you can move through the web page. Again, keep in mind this works only with the default browser and not Chrome. Then we have air browse. So say you're viewing a picture, just swiping will take you to the next picture. You can also use this for internet to browse between various tabs, on the music player to change tracks, music on lock screen, and also for the S memo. Next you have air move. So say you have an icon on a home screen and you want to transfer it to a different home screen, you can just tap and hold the icon and just swipe to the next home screen. So as you can see here, the current selected home screen keeps changing and you can just swipe back. Next you have air call accept, so when you receive a call you can just swipe over quickly to accept the call. You can also set it to automatically start speakerphone. Then you've got motion controls. So a direct call is when you're texting someone, or if you're looking at a contact, all you need to do is just pick up the phone and the S4 dials the contact for you. Say you have a missed call or an unread notification. So your phone's lying around, you go ahead and pick your phone up, there is a small vibration. That indicates to you that you have a missed call or a new message. That's Smart Alert for you. Then you've got tilt to zoom, so over here, just tap and hold any 2 points and you can just tilt the phone to zoom. Then you have pan to browse images, so just tap anywhere and you can just pan to browse the image. And then we have turn over to mute or pause. This works with incoming calls, message alerts, alarms and media. So say I have an incoming call, turn over the Galaxy S4 and it mutes it. No matter where you are or what app you have open, just swipe through using your palm and it takes a screenshot, and there you get the screenshot. You can also mute or pause your Galaxy S4 by covering it with your palm. The Smart Stay option allows the front camera to capture your eyes and keeps the screen on as long as you're looking at it. With the Smart Scroll option, the camera again tracks your eyes and you can scroll. You can also choose to use Smart Scroll by tilting the device instead. The Smart Rotate option sets the orientation of the screen as per the position of your eyes. The Smart Pause option pauses the video when you're not looking at the screen. Resumes playback when you look at the screen again. Keep in mind, all these smart features require the front camera to be used, and that means they need ample lighting and cannot be used in a low light setting. The A view functionality is something that we first saw with the Galaxy Note 2. It's now been ported over to the Galaxy S4, and the best part is that you don't even need the stylus. You can get information by hovering over an event in, say, S Planner, pictures in an album by hovering your finger over the album, read a full message by hovering your finger over the truncated text, check out the speed dial contacts. You can even preview scenes in the video player by hovering over the progress bar, or even magnify web pages. You can also use voice control to answer or reject incoming calls. You can use it in chat on, stop or snooze alarms, take pictures with the camera, or control music. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Now moving to the accounts, this reminds me, when you buy a Galaxy S4 you get 50 gigs of Dropbox storage for 2 years. But keep in mind, this offer is not stackable. What that means is if you already have a Samsung device with which you received 50 gigs of free Dropbox storage, buying the Galaxy S4 will not increase your Dropbox storage to 100 gigs. You can get the 50 gig storage, but you will have to create a new Dropbox account. So if you're considering upgrading from a Galaxy S3 or a Note 2, this is something I'm sure you should know. Under display, you also get the daydream mode that comes with Android 4.2. So what this does is, when you're plugged in or when you're docked, you can make the Galaxy S4 display something similar to screensavers on Windows PCs. So turning it on, okay. So you have the option of colors, flipboard, photo frames, or photo table. So enabling daydream while docked, charging, all. And let's just to show you, you can have this something like this display on your screen when your S4 is charging or docked. Well, the reason I talked about it is because there is a little something here. So just keep tapping on your Android version, tap and hold it, and keep flinging this, go back, connections, my device, display, daydream mode, and now you have an extra option called Bean Flinger. This is an Easter egg found in Android 4.2. Just wanted to let you guys know that. You can now have this for your daydream mode. Let's talk a little bit about the apps and widgets. A lot of apps and widgets have been redesigned. So just compare these, and everything from the phone icon to the contacts icon to even the camera icon, you can see that they've been reworked. This is a Galaxy S3. So this has been done so that it better suits the 1080p display. Even some apps like, say for example, the Gallery app have received an upgrade. So this mode is currently missing. So in the Gallery app, you can quickly create a folder. You can just jump between various albums. You can also hide this bar totally, pull it back, just like you would with previous iterations of TouchWiz. The spiral view is now hidden under the settings. So you do get the spiral view. It's a little different right now. Even sparsely used apps like the voice recorder have received a facelift. And actually with the voice recorder, you've got some new features as well. So you can now activate noise reduction and record stereo channel audio. The voice recorder on the Galaxy S4 now saves files with a .m4a extension rather than the .3GA extension used in the Galaxy S3. What this means to you is there are a lot more players that would play .m4a rather than .3GA, and the quality is better as well. While you do get your regular host of Samsung apps with Samsung Apps, Samsung Hub, Samsung Link, and so on, there are quite a few new apps as well. We'll take a look at them in a minute. So first off, let's take a look at the new redesigned video player. So just like with the Galaxy S3, every video you have will run once you open up the video player. One video is highlighted up on top, so the last played video. Watching a 1080p video on the Galaxy S4 is an absolute pleasure. The speakers are also pretty loud. You've got the pop-up player functionality that we first saw with the Galaxy S3. You can resize it, just choose anything else you want. Open up messages, tap once, you get an option to close it, double tap and you get back to the player. The music player doesn't really receive a major upgrade here. You just get this cover icon over here. Apart from that, it's pretty much what you find on the Galaxy S3. You can list by all songs, playlists, albums, artists, music square, folders. The included earphones are also an improvement from last year. They are more comfortable and sound better. The underappreciated S-Memo and S-Voice also make their way over to the Galaxy S4. So double tapping the home button opens up S-Voice, and tapping and holding the menu button launches Google Now. Tapping and holding the home button opens up your recent apps. So hitting this takes you to your task manager, so you can end all apps open, see your downloaded apps, the RAM available. It is worth noting that the 16 gig variant of the Galaxy S4 comes with less than 9 gigs of usable internal storage. Let's talk a bit about the new apps that the Galaxy S4 offers. First off, we've got S Health. So what this does is it basically tracks your health, as in the amount of steps you walked every day, the amount of calories burnt, the calories intake thanks to tracking your food and your exercise. It even gives you a comfort level after measuring the temperature and the humidity, thanks to the extra sensors included in the Galaxy S4. To add additional features, you need to get some accessories to measure, say, glucose or blood pressure. There are also some compatible products, scales at the moment. You can weigh in and have the weight directly transferred to your Galaxy S4. The app looks great, it works great, and definitely adds value to the S4. Next up, we've got S Translator. So you can either speak something in a certain language and have it translated to another language, or you can type something in and have it translated. And now I've got the option of translating it into any of these languages. Let me select French. So I hit this. I get the text translation. If I want one that's said out loud, you can either translate text to voice, or text to text, or voice to text, or voice to voice. As of now, we've got a limited set of languages, with Samsung promising us more with future updates. Next up, we've got the Optical Reader. What this is a QR code scanner. What I like about this is that it also scans text, and you can have the text translated using S-Translator. Next up, we've got the story album. So over here, you can just create an album. So say for example, I'm creating one from the gallery. Let me take this, select all, done. So you've got different themes to select from. Let's take snapshot, done. Choose a cover image. Okay, create album. So there you go. You can also create it from tags and so on. So a lot of options. You can edit it to just type in whatever you want and so on. You can also get a hard copy printed. So this is one of my favorite apps with the Galaxy S4. It's Watch On. It's the remote control app, and it's very simple. Just open it up, select the device you want to control. So TV in this case, and that's a LG TV there. It's not even a Samsung. Just gonna select LG and hit power. And there you go, my TV is on. You also get in-depth controls here. You get the direction buttons, an OK button, menu, exit, mute, source, a number pad, your volume and channels. So apart from this, you can also have multiple devices per room. So say for example, I'm in my living room. I can have my living room with the TV, set-up box, home theater in the box, and whatever. And again, I go to my bedroom. I can just quickly switch to bedroom, and I can have the devices configured there as well. So next, let's talk a little bit about the camera. The Galaxy S4 has a 13 megapixel rear camera and a 2 megapixel front-facing camera. It's got loads of options. So the options wheel from the Galaxy camera has been ported over here. And most of the options here we are familiar with. The best photo, best phase, sound and shot is a new one. So what this does is, okay, let me just pull in my Lumia 920. Alright. Testing sound and shot by taking a picture of the Lumia 920. So now when you go into the gallery, testing sound and shot by taking a picture of the Lumia 920. So that's sound and shot. It records up to 9 seconds of audio after the shot's taken so that you know what it is that you're shooting. Then you've got the drama shot where you take multiple pictures of a moving subject and merge them to get a one picture, something like this. You've got animated photo. Again, this is a feature that we saw with the Lumia 920 earlier on. You can animate one part of a picture to move. Rich tone HDR, eraser mode. Someone walks in the background. It takes multiple shots, and with that you can actually erase anything moving in the picture. Panorama mode, the sports mode, night mode, and an auto option. Another really hyped feature of the Galaxy S4 is the dual camera mode. So what this does is it can let you take photos of both using both the cameras at the same time. So something like this. You can also change the way this appears. So that's a stamp, that's an oval blur. We've got quite a few over here, and you can also adjust the size, and you can swap the cameras. So that right now the front-facing camera is the premier one, and the rear camera is what you see over here. And the same way you can also shoot videos in the dual video mode. Again, the front camera is also capable of shooting 1080p videos this time around. Under brightly lit conditions, the Galaxy S4 takes amazing pictures, the best I've seen on a smartphone. But when it comes to low light conditions, my Lumia 920 takes better pictures. Well, as far as comparisons with the HTC One goes, I'm yet to receive my HTC One, and once I do that, I will do an in-depth review, in-depth comparison of both. So stay subscribed. I will post the link in the description as well. As far as benchmarks go, the Galaxy S4 pretty much blows everything else out of the water. the quad core variant does that, and the Exynos is more powerful than the quad. Once I receive my quad core variant, I will be doing thorough benchmark comparisons of both, and I will add that link to the description as well. As far as battery life goes, the Galaxy S4 gives a better battery life than the Galaxy S3. On a looping video test, the Galaxy S3 gave me somewhere close to 8 to 8.5 hours of video playback. The Galaxy S4 gave me about 10 hours. So it's the battery life is really amazing. I could get through a whole day no matter what I did. I've been extensively using the phone for the review, and I still have managed to get more than one day on a single charge. So is the Galaxy S4 worth getting? Well, unless and until you have a current generation device that is an Xperia Z or an HTC One, the Galaxy S4 is a no-brainer as long as you can look past the plasticky build. For those who own a Galaxy S3 already, well, the Galaxy S3 has 1 gig of RAM and is kind of starting to show its age a little bit. So if you have the cash, why not? The Galaxy S4 is not going to be a bad buy. If you do own a Galaxy Note 2 though, I would suggest just wait a bit. The AirView functionality that's been ported over to the Galaxy S4 is great, but it does not replace your S Pen. It comes nowhere close. What I really loved about the S Pen is the fact that it gave you the mouse over functionality. Like in Windows, you take your mouse, put it over a drop-down menu on a website, and you get the menu activated. That is what the S Pen did, and that functionality doesn't exist with the AirView on the Galaxy S4. So the S Pen, though AirView has been ported over to Galaxy S4, the S Pen still has quite a few exclusive features. So if you're used to a Galaxy Note 2, then hold on, check out what Galaxy Note 3 has in store for you. You're probably used to the big phones already, so I'd suggest you guys wait. So guys, I will be doing in-depth comparisons with the Xperia Z, the HTC One, the Oppo Find 5, which in my opinion is a great phone, the S3 and the Note 2 as well. So lots of videos coming. Go ahead, hit the like and subscribe buttons, and if you guys want to pick up a Galaxy S4, you can do that from Amazon.com, and if you do that, you will be helping me out as well. So if there's anything you want to order online, you can do that by going to Amazon through the links in the description. Every time you guys make a purchase, I tend to make a few cents to a few bucks. Doesn't necessarily have to be the Galaxy S4 or any mobile phone related stuff. If there's anything that you want to order online, you can just go through to Amazon using my links below, and you will end up helping me out. So before you go, again, if you can share this video, please go ahead, do that. I've worked long and hard on it. This is Bloodshot Eyes. I've been up for about 36 hours right now. I've been working continuously on this video, so hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If there's something you think I should have focused more on, or if you think I focused a lot of time on a certain thing where I shouldn't have, let me know. I'm always open to feedback. I want to learn. I want to give you better reviews, better videos. So just go ahead, let me know, and hopefully I can improve. So that's it for now. Thanks a lot for watching. If there's if you have any video requests for me, or if you just want to stay updated on my latest videos and updates, you can hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, or Google+. All my contact details are in the description. So once again, that's pretty much it for now. Thanks a lot for watching. Stay subscribed, share the video, and I'll see you guys soon with my next video. Till then, it's Ash here from CurseForward.com signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye now.